Love and Light Collective, it's your girl Samantha Jade. This session is taking place on a very special day, I might add, for some. Happy Mother's Day, okay? Whether you are a mother or not, you deserve to have a good day, right? Right. Let's be mindful that there are some mothers out there that might be a little unorthodox and they deserve to be celebrated just the same, okay? So whether you're a guy, girl, what have you, happy Mother's Day if you celebrate, okay? And for those that do celebrate, I was mindful to give a gift, okay? One that you can share and share again. Hopefully, you enjoy it, okay? So I have written a poem in ode to Mother's Day and all of the mothers out there, okay? And it goes as follows. A mother's heart, a source of love, a gateway of potential for all who connect to witness the beauty love can create. A love that can withstand for all time. So those that know, those that have been blessed to be grazed by a mother's heart, you know it too deserves to be celebrated. Mothers, they've got their purpose and they've got their path, okay? And so it's best to honor that. Now, I will speak for some, maybe not all, that maybe can't relate with this, okay? You guys deserve to be honored as well, okay? There are many out there, many more than you might realize, where days like this, they're not so super easy. I get that too. I get that on a personal note. I myself am a mother, right? So I get that from that perspective, but I also, was under one. And you'd like to believe that mothers at all times are doing their ultimate best and understanding, especially those now on the other side of things, being your own, you are now a mother. You understand, you don't know everything all the time, right? So there's that. There's also things like mental illness that can come into play as well as narcissism. Let's talk about it, okay? Some of us have narcissistic parents, and those aren't easily celebrated energies. I don't know that they necessarily should be. When I say energies in this instance, I'm speaking of narcissism. I can't really place my finger on any reason to celebrate narcissism. But let's talk about it, right? So not everybody has, I'm trying to think of that old, I can't remember the last name of that actress. Donna somebody. But, not everybody had Leave It to Beaver's mom, you know what I'm saying? So, I get that, and definitely sending love and light to those that can ultimately resonate with that kind of experience as well. My heart goes out to you, and if you, feel the need to connect with somebody that understands, because, there's a lot of people out there that are so quick to say, well, that's your flesh and blood, that's your mother, that's your father, that's your child. But at the end of the day, you've got to choose you, right? It's your me era, and that's not you being a narcissist. That's you being sane, happy, healthy. I've got 11:11 on the clock. All right. That's your new beginning. All right. And so that's a great segue into what our message is today, folks. Okay. Whether you're guy, girl, have you, whether you are a mom or not. Okay. We're going to talk about it. And how fitting that we should have a self-care message on a self-care Sunday that falls on Mother's Day. Yay! I love it. All right. So whoever I'm speaking to, okay, you have not had the easiest of paths. I get that. I see it clearly in the cards. It's undeniable. So, in case you wondered, was it all in your head? No, we're going to talk about it, all right? I didn't even get into it already, and already I feel like I should just console you before I even tell you about your business kind of thing, all right? Because you've been through a lot. I do, have the coffin card come out from one of my trusty Lenormands here, all right? So it seems that you are in the energy of grief, sadness, probably like an understatement with the whole Three of Swords here as well from the tarot being pulled, as well as the Four of Cups. But I digress. There's been some sort of ending, whether in love and or life. And you guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not getting that this is simply solely a love situation, a lover situation. It's not necessarily simply and solely that you want someone, you're pining for someone to love you. It's not necessarily giving just that. I do get hints of it. This is a general collective message. Please only take what resonates for you. It's a mixed bag. Not everything in the bag is for you. Okay, honey bun, that's okay too. Just take what's yours. That's all. And I do have some initials for whoever this reading may actually resonate with, as well as chart placements to give you before we close out session, as well as a postcard from Spirit, okay? All right, but looking at this tarot, let's talk about it. We've got the Six of Swords, Seven of Wands, the Hermit, Ace of Wands, Three of Swords, Four of Cups, Justice, which I love, as well as the Temperance. And you guys, the Temperance came out at the same time as that Justice. Beautiful, phenomenal energy. If you can only hold on till you get to see, feel, and hear it, right? Right, okay? So don't give up, okay? Six of Swords, you know, telling of your future narrative in all of this, which looks like you win, okay? Justice, hello, that's pretty self-explanatory, but let's get to it because, you know, you've been through so much, and I do want to be sure that your crown is straightened by the end of this, okay? So, you're being asked to by your guides, your higher self, you know, just the timeline of things, right? To move on, away, out of something, some relationship, some organization, some workplace, some field, right? Like a career even, okay? And so this is going to be just as challenging as well as just as demanding on your courage, okay? Interestingly enough, you guys, I actually pulled the postcard first and not the tarot. And the tarot is telling about this postcard, just saying. So definitely this is someone's message. Gosh, I'd love to know who. And if you're saying, you know, this definitely is my energy and I had more questions or need of further clarification, please check the description box, you guys. The pricing's there. And I'd be honored to read for you. Just hit me up. Let me know. You know, I'm here. Where are you? I'm just joking. But anyways, thanks for checking out another message on the channel. I do appreciate you doing that, okay? And for those that will, hitting the like, maybe even sharing the video and telling a friend, right? Tell your mom. It's Mother's Day, for God's sake, right? All right, so continuing on here, all right, moving from the challenge, courage section area, you know, the Seven of Wands, we're going quite nicely into the Hermit. Ding, ding, ding. Welcome. You are here, okay? You're asked to kind of go within, calm yourself, make sure you're good inside and out, not just outside, and then ultimately maybe someday in. No. 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 Spirit's not going to let you get away with not going in at this aspect of the timeline, this path, okay? You want you to go in, okay? Your higher self is coming through, you know, the channeling to say, like, this is not just, I mean, Spirit trumps all anyways, but, like, in case you wondered, you actually want this for you too, okay? Now, for some, I'm getting that this is a situation where it's like you wanted it, right? But you didn't know, yeah, chills on this. You didn't know all of the particulars, all of the nitty gritty, all of the people that were going to come out of the woodworks, all of the naysayers and who they were going to be. And, you know, you thought you were, somebody here thought they were ready to, like, break free from something. And then ultimately feels like in the current energy that they're not. And that's the falsity, okay? The falsity is not that you are ready. No, you are ready and you are still ready and you're doing it. It just feels like all hell breaking loose because you've been deep in that miry clay. You've been deep, you know, underneath that veil. You've been deep in the crab barrel, right? I mean, couldn't you tell by the amount of work that you had to do on yourself and the amount of people, places, and things you had to let go so that the trajectory could shift, right? Or maybe you didn't know that's what was going on that whole time, but that's literally what's going on. You're being delivered here, okay? The coffin is not your fate. It's the prerequisite to your life. Man, chills on that, and I love that. I mean, I literally am looking on the other side of the Hermit, guys. I can't make it up. You know, I channeled what I just channeled, and look, we're moving on into the Ace of Wands. That's your new beginning. It literally speaks of career. This is someone shifting into out of something and into a different career or field for sure. Because I already channeled that before I got to this card. Of course, this card also mentions beginnings and travel. Maybe some of you, not all, you're going to be required to travel in this new phase. It could be for work. It doesn't have to be. And again, this could be something that you want, right? And you just didn't realize like some aspects of the path, but like, don't let that be your coffin, right? Like, don't let your attitude about what all's going on make you just automatically want to climb in the coffin and then shut it. You know what I mean? Because to do that would be literally to deny source. Standing there, holding all of your blessings and manifestations that you begged and pleaded and toiled and slaved for, basically, right? That's why we've got this heartache energy coming out. Some of you are like, where the hell is it? What am I doing wrong? I don't understand what some of the next steps are. And I tried so hard, I believed I was ready for this. I had the lantern in my right hand and my rod in my left, right? Really ready, willing, and able, and clearly are, okay, actively. I need you to understand that the divine sees this, charting uncharted waters, okay? So what you need to do right now is to make sure that you are okay in spite of all of this, okay? This is kind of like the epitome of like, okay, guys, okay. I know, you're inside the eye of the hurricane, but did you die? You didn't die? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we're good, okay? So, are we too afraid right now? Oh, we are? Okay, what are we going to do about that? We've got to ground down, right? Are we too sad right now? Oh, why is that? Oh, is that really the real cause, or are we just projecting? Oh, okay, we were projecting. All right. What's the real root? Can we do anything about this? Oh, we can't really? All right. How are we going to get around this? Because we can't do anything about it. We must not be able to have to do anything about it. So what are we going to do about ourselves, our mindsets, our emotions, about the fact that we don't have control over this or that, right? What are we going to do with ourselves? After all, that's what we have at the end of the day and the beginning of every night. Joy comes in the morning. All right? So if you're in that night, whether it's the dark night of the soul or just a literal one, you got to know either way that joy is coming. The morning comes after the night. Most people feel they missed the boat because they got it wrong. They thought the day came first. No. Everything's born out of the darkness. Now what? Stands to reason you got to appreciate it, right? And interestingly enough, collective, this Ace of Wands, a night sky. I cannot make it up. A night sky. It is all black with little tiny teensy stars. So, same deal with this hermit energy, okay? This hermit card. She's got her lantern. Interestingly enough, I cannot make it up. The hermit came and then the ace. This is the prerequisite right now. Do you want your shit or no? Then you've got to go in. Look up, Google it if you have no idea what this hermit energy is talking about, okay? But speaking of at least healing, at least being in solitude, at least doing the inner work. All right? Guys, I'm not making this up. I'm literally pulling from the Wandering Star Tarot. Check out, for those that have the deck or Google it, the Hermit card. Literally speaks of those tag words at the top. Could be some significance to green eyes as well. Or light colored eyes, fair skin, ginger hair. Doesn't have to be. Could have dark features as well. Okay? So, you've got this new beginning here, but what's stagnating it? The Three of Swords and the Four of Cups. What's on the other side of the Three of Swords and the Four of Cups? Justice. Okay, so we've got justice coming here. What are we going to do about the Three of Swords heartache energy and the Four of Cups discontentment? Well, I only want this one thing. I don't want this career anymore. I want this other thing. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to see them anymore. I don't want to talk anymore, right? So what are you going to do? Okay? Because the justice stands. All right? Now, the justice does come with... Hold on, collective. I'll get it. The justice does come with temperance. Again, it came out at the same time, you guys. I'm not lying about that. Interestingly enough, the justice comes with the night sky, and the temperance kind of seems like something's brewing in the dawn. Is joy coming for you, honey bun? Oh my. And it's going to be balanced? Oof. It's going to be good, huh? Well, you better stay in that hermit energy, okay? because that's what's going to bring you that new beginning. Don't focus on the Three of Swords and the Four of Cups unless you want them to stay. Let's see what they're talking about. Heartbreak, sorrow, grief. Again, grieving, necessary. Some of us grieving today. I get that. I'm not here to say deny your emotions. I'm here to say work through them, honey bun, because you've got justice on the way. And that is really a telltale sign of this new beginning. Ace of Wands. All right? A beginning that creates justice for all of the fuck shit in the past. All right? So this coffin coming out, firstly, is not your fate. If anything, it is a telltale sign to celebrate because you're getting through. All right, some of us, I have to say it a little differently because some of us have gotten through this real recent. Okay, it's real recent, even if you did. Okay, I'm getting energetically, and then some of us are still going through it, but it's still, you know, hey, keep swimming. Now would not be the time to give up. Do not close that coffin on yourself. My goodness, that would be your fault if you do. I mean, you have free will to do it. You could. I suggest against it though, because I love you and I want you to actually live and enjoy life. You know, let's talk if you need to talk to somebody. I mean, I've been here waiting. You know what I mean? So there's no problem there. All right, so I've got the spring card. Okay, it says your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. Spring is now, collective. Hello, welcome. Okay, so get ready. Get ready to celebrate. Like, celebrate now so that you can get ready to actually celebrate. Okay, that's literally, I said what I said because it's literally just the instruction. Okay, I can't really mince words when Divine says something so freaking crystal clear. All right, they're speaking clearer than I am at this point. What the hell's going on? Okay, so Archangel Zadkiel is coming out, indicating notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. You guys have to know you've got your own spiritual giftings. All right, this channel is not for the spiritually weak. That's for sure. Okay, so you've got the clairs, including clairaudience. Whoever I'm speaking to. If you're saying, I have no idea what clairaudience is, look it up. You might resonate immediately, and if not, you might start to learn how to unblock that gift, okay? Call on Archangel Zadkiel for assistance. You've also got Archangel Raphael, indicating, quote, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens, end quote, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit more about what might be burdening you with more specificity. I've got this postcard from Spirit coming up next that I'm going to get into. And then I'm going to close out the session with some instructions. I need to say it that way because you guys... You know I love you, right? Okay. But when we have, I don't want to say but, because I feel like that cancels out everything. So I love you. Nothing's going to cancel that, okay? So I love you, period, right? And now I'm moving on, okay? So that's what's going on. So now, moving on, you guys really need to actually take some of the assignments, instructions, homework. I don't know what tag word is the most palatable for you when the instruction comes through the channel, okay? So for instance, our last assignment, and we barely have any assignments, you guys. So it's like, what's the problem? Question mark. Okay. And also the assignment was like extremely beneficial for you guys. So like, again, what was the problem? Question mark, right? So ask yourself. I don't need you to ask me or tell me anything. I need you to ask yourself because I don't know that one person even did anything nice for themselves, the end of last week. And the instruction was you didn't even have to spend money. So like, you know, you guys have to start taking care of yourself. You're only going to get so far in this. And that's not me word cursing you. It's me lovingly admonishing you because you need to live your best version of the timeline and you deserve that. So again, what's the problem? Love yourself, okay? You are so loved and supported. This card in my hand even states it, okay? So let's talk about it. Dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing when you are pushed to step into the unknown. You are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. For instance, clairaudience comes to mind, right? Maybe some of those possibilities include giftings. Could be, okay? Continuing on. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Again, your higher self collective coming through this message quite clearly today. Take heed, okay? Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this. Try something new. Do something different. Do something nice for yourselves. Remember? Yeah. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. So some of you, this is what you're going into or have been like, these are waters you've been treading for a few moments here, okay? And others, you're just coming into the pool, as it were, right? So take the energy as it resonates here. You'll be glad you did because the treasure will appear. We are so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and so supported. All right, so listen, I'm not making it up and my cards don't lie. Just saying, right? So listen up and take heed, collective. I can't say it enough, all right? Some of the self-care instructions, tips, tools, if you will, suggestions, okay, are as follows. For your self-care Sunday, and for most, some, maybe all, no, not all, Happy Mother's Day. And so this is something you could do for yourself, okay? Any one of these things. Sing. All right, so singing's fun, whether you're good at it or not. Get a hairbrush and do what you do, okay? Looking at the stars could be fun, relaxing, right? Heavy meditation makes sense, necessary. Get you into that temperance energy, hermit energy as well, so very useful. We've also got a burning bowl ritual you could do. Now, I'm not going to give you like every single step to that, but really the idea, the long and the short, is if you want to get rid of old energy, right? Or if you want to get rid of some of the burdens maybe we've been talked about, okay? Write it out, crumple it up and just light that sucker up, man. It feels so good. I promise. Okay. It's even, I love it. Especially if you can get like near like the beach or the ocean and just really kind of like get the elements going. And, the stars as well. Oh, that's the best. Okay. Gosh, I'm overdue. Can you tell? So yeah. So somebody come pick me up and take me to the beach. Thanks. Anyways, Be Still is here, you guys. All right. So we've been talking about that for a few weeks, maybe even months. Okay. Some of you guys, your to-do list is to do absolutely not a damn thing, especially on Mother's Day, for God's sakes. Right. So, you're usually out there doing too much anyway. Lay it down, chill out, drool a little, okay? See what that's about, right? And lastly, but certainly not least, soak in a bath. Does a body and your bones good, right? You can make it a spiritual bath. You don't have to. You could just really make it about relaxing your body, getting rid of some of that trauma, okay, that may be trapped in there. Maybe even doing some of those somatic stretches in the warm bath comes to mind. That'd be nice. So yeah, just some suggestions, but do something. Honestly, you've got to actively participate in your own life, and it can't be just the chores part. Can't be just the working, toiling, and laboring part of life. There's other parts to life, like resting, being enamored with yourself. Oh, you didn't know about that one? Fuck around and find out, okay? Love yourself. Love you, okay? All right, the initials coming out for anyone who may have been connected with the session are as follows. A, C, E, G, K, N, and T. Interestingly enough, as far as chart placements, the first of which out of the deck was Pisces, and it landed right on top of the card that indicates soak in a bath. So Pisces, whoever you are out there, you really need to kind of soak those bones. You're overdue for sure, okay? We've also got Capricorn, Taurus, Libra, and Sagittarius coming out for placements as well. I hope this has helped straighten your crown, honey bun, irregardless of who you are and who you are no longer, right? Celebrate you. I know I do. Love and Light Collective.